Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Eli. Welcome back to the channel for another video. So, the Canon M50. I feel like you guys are getting annoyed with me talking about this camera so much. And honestly, at this point, I feel like I need to be getting sponsored by Canon. So Canon, if you are listening, hit me up.
Gotta cross the 300, cause I wanted a Bentley. I wanted a luxury, keyless entry. I got a poor man's Bentley. First swoop was a Benz. Put up with the roof missing. Just wanted the status, no I couldn't afford it, but she was so hot overheated.
Merry Christmas everybody and happy holidays, and thank you for watching another one of my videos. With 2021 right around the corner, is the Canon M50 still a good option for YouTube videos? Now, Canon just recently released the Canon M50 Mark II, so is it worth an upgrade or is it good enough? Before we jump into this video, make sure to drop a like and comment down below if you like this video, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification for more videos like this. And not to worry, I'm gonna link down in the description links to the Canon M50 and the M50 Mark II. You can decide on which one you're gonna get, and you can use one of those links to get it. And those are Amazon affiliate links. If you do use them to make a purchase, I will get a small commission, which will in turn get reinvested back into this channel so I can make more videos for you guys. With some of you thinking about starting your YouTube channel in 2021, and some of you might be thinking, hey, I've been using my smartphone to film my videos, it's time to get a camera. Is the Canon M50 still a good option? 2 years later, especially now with its little brother, the Canon M50 Mark II out there. Well, that is a big fat yes. The Canon M50 is obviously an entry-level camera, so it does have its faults, but it's still a good option for YouTube videos. In today's video, we're going to talk about two of the biggest complaints for this camera and how you can get around them. And to be honest, once we get through this video, you're going to realize that this camera is actually still a good option, and those complaints are not really that big of complaints. I have plenty of videos on this channel talking about why this camera is a good option for YouTube. So today I'm not going to focus on the good that it has going for it. Instead, I'm going to link them right over here. And today I'm going to focus on the two biggest complaints that this camera has. And they both have to do with filming in 4K. Once you get this camera and you start filming with it, you realize that everything about it is great. The autofocus is awesome and the image quality is just awesome. But the second that you switch to 4K, you realize that, hey, this is zoomed in way too much. What's going on? And you might be spending some time in the settings trying to figure out how can I turn that off, just to realize that you can't turn it off because that's just how the camera is. So how do you get around that? To start with, the camera itself already has a 1.5 zoom in factor compared to a regular DSLR camera. And when you switch it to 4K, it has an additional 1.6 factor. Now, what does all that mean? If all that just flew over your head, don't worry about it. It flew right over my head as well when I first learned about it. All you need to know is just how to get around it. Now, when you set your camera down to film, all you have to do is just step back 1 or 2 feet. So whatever your intended shot was meant to be, just step back 1 or 2 feet and get yourself back in frame. And once you do that, you'll be good to go. You'll be ready to film just like normal. Now, complaint number 2 is autofocus. When filming in 1080p, this camera has one of the best autofocus on the market. But as soon as you switch to 4K, all that goes away. It still has some variation of autofocus, but that version just doesn't work. So how do you get around that? Well, easy. Film in manual mode. When you are filming in manual mode, you set the focus to what you want it to be. The beauty of manual focus is that the camera is focused on whatever you set it to, and it's gonna stay in focus the entire time. The only thing you have to do is basically just set your frame, focus your camera, and you're good to go. Now, if your hands are not long enough to reach the camera while you're standing in frame, all you have to do is just use a prop. So get an object, something, or whatever you have, and place it wherever you're gonna be. Wherever you're gonna be standing for your entire video, just place that object there, and then you go behind the camera, you set your focus. When you're ready to film, you just move that object out of the way, and you good to go. Now, how will you know that you are in focus? Well, the camera has what's called focus speaking. In your camera settings, you can turn on focus speaking, and that way you'll actually be able to see whatever is in focus. The M50 has a few options of what you can want the color to be for your focus picking. And for me, I like to leave it in red because that's just easier to see. And also I like to have my levels on high. That way, whatever is in focus will be pretty obvious with very prominent red lines going all across it. Those are the two biggest complaints that the M50 have. One is the zoom in factor and two is the autofocus. With those two little tricks, you can actually use your Canon M50 to shoot in 4K. Other than that, everything else about it is pretty great, except for battery life, of course. But the battery life on this camera is actually good enough for most YouTube videos, so that shouldn't be a problem. But if you are going to be shooting videos that will be more than 30 minutes long, I'd actually recommend that you get a dummy battery that gets connected to an external power source. There you go, problem solved. That's all I got for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and comment down below to show your support to this channel. And if you're new, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification for more videos like this. And I'll see you next time in the next video.
Time is money. Yeah, this ain't money, don't grow on trees, so how I'm supposed to get some honeys? If I ain't thuggin', I ain't pushing no weight. I ain't out here pulling up in a race. The ladies won't love me, nobody gon' save me. I might just get a lawyer for my case, yeah. Money and everything.